Libra. What is up, y'all? How you doing? It is time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see how these energies are looking for you guys in the first week of March 2026. So I know I'm early on this, but I want to get a quick head start for this fucking retrograde we're about to go into, you know? I always try to hack it, man, and I'm never really able to, but I can't help it. Anyway, it's a weekly check-in, so it's just a short, quick, general, energetic overview. If any of you need a personal reading, the information is in the description of this video. Most people prefer the general personal readings. They're very efficient, very to the point. You don't have to ask me nothing. You don't have to tell me nothing unless you want to. You're more than welcome to, but all you really got to do is click what you want read. I do the rest. They're also really cheap, too. I think that's why most people like them. But I like them because I can cut straight to the point, you know? Anyway, I offer more than that. And everything is available on my website. The link is in the description. Oh yeah, we got about another week or so, y'all, that I'm running my course on how to attract your life partner. Link for that is in the description. March 1st, it goes bye-bye. Hopefully those of you who are really willing to take that information in, next Valentine's Day, you won't even need to come see me. That's the goal. All right. Let's see how these energies are looking between Libra and the person they're dealing with. First week of March, how's it looking? We got that Six of Swords. Is this something that you feel like you have no choice but to move on from? Not an easy transition that you're going through, but maybe you feel like it's a necessary one. Hang on a second. Okay, some of you dealt with a Pisces. That's there, man. I can't say much more about this, to be honest with you. Now, I do think that this person does try to get your attention. And oddly enough, I get this funny intuitive feeling that a lot of you know that. See, a lot of times when that comes through, it's kind of a crapshoot. Sometimes you know it and you're blatantly ignoring it. Other times it's not even hitting your radar. I feel like more than half of you probably know they're trying to get your attention, you know? You see them posting things directed towards you, viewing your Instagram story, even though they're not following you and you're not following them, you know, that type of shit, you know. Little stuff like that. It could be anything, but this just looks to me like something that you've concluded is just a complete waste of time that you have to move on from. Ten of Cups reversed. And that right there is you, boo-boo. That's that Libra card. Making a head over heart decision. Queen of Pentacles. Putting your priorities in order. Not playing games, not fucking around with the bullshit. Ain't much else to say here, dude. This is kind of cold and dry. I don't know. This is the kind of energy where I would assume that some of you must have been on and off with this person. Either you've been on and off with them or you learned your lesson very quickly. You're very wise, because I'm seeing an energy here of just drain. Like, I'm not doing that shit again. I'm not even taking the chance on that shit again. Well, let's see how they feel about you. How does this person feel about Libra? What's their energy look like in general? What kind of person are they? Ooh, I do think that they learned a valuable lesson. But, hang on, let me get the rest of the spread out. Yeah, see? Okay, this is one of those paradoxical, how do you word this, man? Sometimes people come into your life to teach you a lesson. Sometimes it's you that has to teach them a lesson. Now, here's where it's a pain in the ass. And this especially goes to those of you on and off with this person. You want them to learn the lesson and get it right with you, right? I want you to learn your lesson and come back to me. It ain't gonna work that way. Because if you do let them come back, they won't learn their lesson. They won't. They're not gonna learn their lesson until they have to suffer a real fucking consequence. A real consequence, meaning you lose me. You lose me for good. And you're gonna have to sit with what you fucking did. But if you come back, then they don't learn their lesson because that's not a real consequence. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying there? And it's a pain in the ass. It's like, oh, okay, so basically I'm turning you into a better person for someone else, right? Sometimes it be like that, dude. But this is turning you into a better person for someone else too. And when that day comes, you're going to look back and thank the universe for pulling this person out of your life. I think this person does want to reconcile with you. But you know that if you do attempt reconciliation, they're just going to try to control the situation. They're just going to try to do the same thing they did last time and expect a different result. You know this. Yeah, this weighs on them. It bothers them. It does. I think they kind of want to keep that to themselves, though. They want to keep that to themselves, pretending that they're happy. That's one of the main reasons why they're trying to get your attention, is that they want to make sure you see how happy they are and how good they're doing, you know? It's bullshit. Bullshit, they ain't happy. They ain't happy. They're just hoping that that'll make you run and chase after them, you know? And if you do that, they won't learn their lesson. Because then they get their way. Sometimes people have to be taught a lesson and suffer a real consequence. Sometimes you have to lose something for good. If you can figure out how to manipulate a situation, that's not going to teach you the lesson. Sometimes you have to fucking lose something for good before you really learn that lesson, you know? And life be like that sometimes, and that's what this feels like. Some of y'all dealt with an Aries. I also have Leo, Sagittarius, the whole fire element here. Also got Taurus and Cancer hiding in there too. Got 2 Aries cards and 2 Leo cards. Believe it or not, Libra and Aries is a fairly common energetic mixture. And while elementally that's a good combination, that's your opposite sign. Libra and Aries are opposites. Anyway, though, I'm not going to dig that up, but I guess let's get the advice here. Ooh, one just jumped straight out of the deck. That was cool. 4 of Cups. Do not respond, react to, or acknowledge any indirect attempts to try to get your attention. All that does is teach people how to manipulate you. That's all it does. Okay, I'll give you an example. And you've probably seen this happen. Like, how many of you have ever had that the couple on Facebook that are friends with you, you know? You're friends with the dude and the girl, and you just kind of watch them, and then they break up, and you're still friends with them both, and you can see them indirectly posting towards each other. You know, you see that? You ever see that? It's kind of fucking entertaining, but you don't want to play that game, you know, because if you see them post something indirectly directed towards you, and then you go respond to it indirectly, don't do that. 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 All that's telling them is I still have emotional control over you. I still have you wrapped around my pinky. I still have an energetic hook in you. All right, don't do that. That's the card of the month, dude. Devil card. Card of the month. Here's another card of ignoring shit. 4 of Cups and 8 of Swords. Ignore them. 2 of Swords. Don't make any solid decisions as to what you're going to do right now. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Okay. I knew it was going to come back out eventually. Does this look familiar? Did you happen to catch the very first card I pulled in this reading? It was this one, different deck. You know what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done. You know. It's hard. But at the end of the day, most decisions that serve your highest good are hard decisions. Right? If the decisions that served our highest good were always the decisions that were the easiest ones to make, that felt good, that made us comfortable, God damn, this life would be easy, wouldn't it? One of the main reasons why this life sucks so bad is because everything is ass backwards. If the food tastes good, it's bad for you. If the food tastes bad, it's good for you, right? If your body is comfortable, it's atrophying and going to waste. In order to keep your body in good shape, you have to put it through pain. Everything is ass backwards. Everything, right? I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. I'll trail off, but yeah, you know what needs to be done. This is the decision that serves your highest good. I've been telling all y'all this for the last month or so. On the other side of this is blessings. On the other side of this. When I say the other side of this, I mean in the next frequency. Once you move out of this frequency into the next one, blessings. It's not as simple as me tell you, walk away from this person and you'll meet that person. It's not that simple. You have to vibrationally align. Don't second guess your decisions. Don't let nobody play games with you. Don't let nobody manipulate you. You know what a manipulator's worst fucking nightmare is? A person who can't be manipulated. Don't try to defend yourself. Don't worry. Like, when they start trying to guilt trip you, play into it. Play the game with them. Oh, yeah, I know I'm a selfish piece of shit. I know. You're right. Oh, I know I'm heartless. I know. Oh, I know I'm a narcissist. I know I'm manipulative, this and that. I know. You're right. I am. Just play the game right along with them. Let them know you ain't going to shame me. You ain't going to play games with my emotions. You ain't going to guilt trip me. You're not going to use shame and guilt to bend me and twist me into doing what you want me to do. You want to call me names? Go call me those names. Go tell it on the fucking mountain. I don't care. Go tell everyone in town how horrible of a person I am. I'll go tell everyone. I'll go rent a fucking billboard. I'm a horrible piece of shit. Would that make you happy? I don't care. Fuck you. Don't let nobody guilt trip you. Do what you know needs to be done. Okay? You got blessings waiting on you. All right. Let's see how things are looking generally for the singles. Okay, so this is interesting. For those of you who have your eye on somebody specific, it's looking like you're probably just throwing in the white towel on that. It's telling me there's somebody that wants to talk to you, but they're holding back for some reason. They're holding back and staying really closed off. Could be a Leo for some of you. Maybe you intimidate this person a little bit. Yeah. Somebody that has an interest, they do. They're just really shy, closed off. Maybe, I'm going to try to figure out a way to say this right. Maybe you rub them the wrong way. Maybe, I don't know how to say this. I'm not saying you're doing something wrong. It's just that the way they perceive you, maybe they just perceive you through a broken lens. Maybe they're just fucking insecure. Maybe they're just insecure. Now, I had to dig really, 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 really deep for this to come out. I had to dig so deep that I don't know if I want to say this is happening in the first week of March. First week of March, the main energy around you is somebody that's too afraid to talk to you. Don't worry, you're like the third sign I've seen this message come through for. And I'll tell you the same thing I told all the other signs. Especially if you have no idea who I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. I know that can be a hard pill to swallow, but a spiritual path is a trust-based relationship with the universe. If you live a spiritual life with a relationship with the universe, if it's supposed to happen, it'll fucking happen. If I'm supposed to know who it is, the universe will let me know who it is. If me and this person have a soul contract, it'll be brought to my attention. We'll come together. If not, oh well, I'm not worried about it. I know it can be hard, like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Even if you did find out, it'd probably disappoint you. Because I don't think it's somebody you're interested in anyways. You know? But, yeah. We do got the Page of Cups, but I had to dig deep for that. So this may be coming in the month of March, possibly, but we got a really heavy retrograde season going on right now. Whoever this is that's interested in you is afraid of rejection, afraid of abandonment. And even if I told you who this person was, and you decided to acquiesce to dipping your toes in the water and seeing what it's all about, somebody that's that insecure, they'd probably get on your fucking nerves in the first week or so. And you'd probably end up blocking them. Probably, man. Anyway, let's get some advice. Advice for the single Libras. Man, that's you right there again, boo-boo. That's that Libra card. One thing that is so hard to teach and explain is balance. Like when anybody advises that you focus on yourself and stay in your own lane, a lot of people take that as I throw my walls up and don't allow anyone in. It's not what I'm saying. When I say be picky and choosy about the energy that you allow into your life, that doesn't mean just throw your defenses up and not let anyone in. Anybody can do that. That is a defense mechanism out of fear. That's easy. Anybody can throw their walls up and not let anyone in. Being picky about who you let in means the door is open, but there's bodyguards. And if you make your way up to the door, I'm not just going to turn you down just because nobody's allowed in, but I'm going to assess you energetically. Before I let you in, I'm going to feel this shit out energetically, but you have to know what to feel for too. This is why I always default to transparency. Because it's really like most people, they rely on manipulation. And most relationships are initiated off the back of manipulation. You know how I always tell you, try not to let that, you don't want to pick the person that makes you feel so good that you forget about all your problems. I guarantee you, probably 95% of you watching this video right now who are heartbroken. The person that broke your heart when you first met, they made you feel so good you forgot about all your problems, didn't they? When you first met, oh man, the fireworks were going off. Oh, you forgot about all your problems. It lifted you up and just made all your loneliness and emptiness go flying out the window. Made you feel like the most special person that ever walked the face of the earth, didn't it? Didn't it? That's what everybody's doing. It's no secret. People scream it from the rooftops, loudly and proudly. That's all anybody has been singing about in the music for decades. That's all we've seen in the movies, social media. That's not what we're looking for. It's not what we're looking for. Any toxic, abusive narcissist can push your emotional buttons and make you feel special. That's why we're looking for transparency. Transparency can be difficult to feel for when you're high on your emotions. This is why it's so important that we fill that void in our heart, man. That's why we're walking around with that empty, broken void in our heart. Anything that gets us high and distracts us from our pain, we get attached to, don't we? It's the same thing that gets you addicted to drugs and alcohol. Anything that blocks out your pain, you're going to get addicted to. You know? This is why emotional independence is so important. Because when you're not emotionally independent like that, and you don't know the difference between your energy, a foreign energetic attack, and when somebody's just pushing your emotional buttons, you can't tell the difference of what's going on in there. Man, it's hard to tell who you can fucking trust. It's hard to fucking tell. So that's when people just throw their walls up and don't let anyone in. No, we gotta work on emotional wisdom, energetic awareness, you know, and you feel the shit out. Feel it out doesn't mean I feel for the most intense explosion of emotions. It means I'm feeling for transparency. You don't try to figure it out, you feel it out. All right, if me and you are hanging out and there's something I can't quite put a finger on, you know, I'm sitting here analyzing you, trying to figure out, you know, where you're coming from or what your intentions are, trying to figure out if I can trust you. I start putting you through these little psychological tests just to figure you out. That's not transparency. Transparency is what you have with your mama. If your mama told you that it was raining jelly beans and pig feet last weekend, you wouldn't question that for a split fucking second. Your mama wouldn't tell you that unless it was fucking true. You would know she's telling you the truth. That's what transparency feels like. It feels like it does with your mom. Do you love your mom? Of course. Is it explosive and intoxicating? No, that's not love. That's pleasure. See what I'm saying? So just be picky and choosy about the energy that you allow into your life. Don't put up with confusion. Don't put up with mixed signals. All right? Don't put up with anything that doesn't feel right. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Libra family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all